Welcome to your City Commission meeting. Please turn off or silence all cell phones during the meeting. Meetings are televised every day on Channel 2 at 6 p.m. and at midnight, and they are available for viewing on YouTube. We'll call this meeting to order. We'll begin with Pledge of Allegiance and silent meditation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to start the evening with proclamations.
Proclamation. How you feeling? Fancy. How are you feeling? Come on, drugs.
Now, if I'm not wrong, I think we're setting a record tonight, right?
Yes.
The most proclamations the city has ever seen in one night.
You get a proclamation.
Right here. All right, let's start with Arbor Day. Come on up. All right. Proclamation reads, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for planting of trees, and whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our home, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in the city of Leavenworth, Kansas increase property values, enhance the economic vitality, can't talk tonight, of business areas, and beautify our community. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, Kansas, hereby proclaim April 25th, 2025 to be Arbor Day. Yay!
I just want to take a real quick second and invite, thank you, Madam Mayor, first of all, and invite the mayor and the commission and staff and public on Friday to Brewer Park at 11 o'clock for our Arbor Day celebration. We will be dedicating a tree in honor of Coach Jim Mathis, who was on the park board president for 24 years and served the city for over 50 in his coaching and his community.
Is it a surprise, or does he know?
He knows.
He knows, okay.
Yes.
Would the
So-
Lorax be there?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, so thank you very much, and
Thank you.
join us on Friday.
Happy Arbor Day.
Yes, thanks.
Next up is Law Day. There's a lot of attorneys here. Just you coming up? You're not bringing the whole? Okay. Okay. Whereas on July 4th, 1776, representatives from the 13 desperate but United States of America declared independence from a tyrannical king and proposed as their motto, I gotta speak, E pluribus unam? Unam? Am I close? Oh, okay. Or out of many one, a phrase symbolizing the unity of a nation founded on the ideals of liberty, equity, and justice. Throughout our history, the American people have continued to pursue out of many one, including with the 14th Amendment granting citizenship to all born or naturalized in the United States, and the 15th and 19th Amendments by extending voting rights regardless of race, sex, and the United States has always consisted of many viewpoints, religions, and experiences, and the trajectory of this country has been to include more voices, thus becoming a true representative democracy, and immigrants from around the world continue to come to the United States to embrace our shared democratic values and enrich our culture and economics. We, the people, are united by our shared responsibility to contribute to the common good through jury duty, voting, taxes, and military or public service. And we, the people, are also brought together in pursuit of legislative efforts that promote health care, education, clean air and water, national emergency responses, and national parks. In 1958, President Eisenhower proclaimed Law Day to honor the role of law in the creation of the United States of America, and in 1961, Congress issued a joint resolution declaring May 1st Law Day, and whereas the theme for Law Day 2025, the Constitution's promise, out of many one. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, hereby proclaim May 1st, 2025 as Law Day, yay! Talk about what went on Law Day, May 1st? Amy?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, for recognizing Law Day. Law Day is celebrated on May 1st throughout the country, Bar Association. So Pamela Campbell Barton is the secretary of the Leavenworth County Bar Association, and so we have a great, strong legal community here. And so we have plans to celebrate as a community, and we will let everyone know, but we've got, so
Will there be cake?
there will be cake and there will be lunch. And so lawyers know how to feed people to get them places. But thank you for recognizing, and again, like the strength of the Constitution and of the unity of the people, and for giving us that proclamation. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, and I hope it's a successful Law Day. National Small Business Week. Is Sam or Haley here? Okay, I'll go ahead and read that. Oh, Ken, Main Street, come on up.
Of course.
Surprise, surprise.
Makes sense.
You get a proclamation. It's like Oprah, you get a proclamation. Okay. Whereas, from the storefront shops that anchor Main Street to the high-tech startups that keep America on the cutting edge, small businesses are the backbone of our economy and the cornerstone of our nation's promise. And whereas small business owners and Main Street businesses have energy and passion for what they do, and whereas when we support small business, jobs are created and local communities preserve their unique culture. And whereas because the country's 28 million small businesses create nearly 2 out of 3 jobs in our economy, we cannot resolve ourselves to create jobs and spur economic growth in America without discussing ways to support our entrepreneurs. And the President of the United States has proclaimed National Small Business Week every year since 1963 to highlight the programs and services available to entrepreneurs through the United States Small Business Administration and other government agencies. And whereas the City of Leavenworth, Kansas supports and joins in this national effort to help America's small businesses to do what they do best, grow their business, create jobs, and ensure that our communities remain as vibrant tomorrow as they are today. And whereas the Leavenworth Main Street program has been in existence since 1995, personally supporting and growing downtown small business and entrepreneurs within the community, and specifically within the 28 blocks of the first city of Kansas. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, Kansas, hereby proclaim May 4th through 10th to be National Small Business Week. Yay!
Yes, thank you very much for this proclamation. As was mentioned in the proclamation, small business is very important for our community, for the nation as a whole. I want to thank the Commission for its support of Main Street over the years, and we are doing everything we can do to make this an entrepreneurial ecosystem. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're watching Channel 2, come down, or on YouTube, come down and see us, and we will do everything we can do to make you successful. Thank you.
Good.
All right, National Drinking Water Week. Hello, hello. How are you, sir? Good. All right. Whereas water is our most valuable natural resource, and whereas drinking water serves a vital role in daily life, serving an essential purpose to health, hydration, and hygiene needs for the quality of life our citizens enjoy, and whereas tap water delivers public health protection, fire protection, support for our economy, and the quality of life we enjoy. The hard work performed by the entire water sector, designing capital projects, operators ensuring the safety and quality of drinking water, or a member of a pipe crew maintaining the infrastructure, communities rely on the transport high-quality drinking water from its source to the consumer's tap. And whereas the coronavirus pandemic has shown a light on the importance of drinking water for health, hydration, and hygiene needs, and whereas we are all stewards of the water infrastructure upon which current and future generations depend, and whereas the citizens of our city are called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution, practice water conservation, and get involved with their water by familiarizing themselves with it. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, hereby proclaim May 4th through 10th National Drinking Water Week. Woohoo! Do we all drink our weight in water that week?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Required.
I don't know what else I can say to
establish water as a necessity. I think we all kind of agree on that. So we are making some progress on a tank project. We've got water main projects all the time. So we're constantly trying to update and upgrade our system to better serve the community.
Maybe you can partner with Arbor Day to water the trees.
That'd be fine.
What is your name, sir?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thanks.
What's your name, sir?
John Hodgson, sorry.
Oh, nice to see
The
you. Nice to see
distribution
you.
manager for the water works.
Thank you, sir.
I'll leave a card back
Appreciate
on the table if anybody's got any questions or anything.
Awesome,
Okay, sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christy Lee, there she is. Hello. All right, National Travel and Tourism Week. May 4th through 10th is a busy week.
It is.
All right. Whereas travel to and within Kansas provides a significant economic benefit to the state with 37.9 visitors to Kansas in 2023 with a direct spending of $8 billion, and whereas when indirect and induced impacts are included, the total economic impact becomes 13.2 billion visitors spend for the state of Kansas in 2023, and whereas the state and local taxes alone tallied $823 million in 2023, each household in Kansas needs to be taxed an additional $716 to replace the visitor-generated taxes. And whereas visitor activity supported 65,000 direct jobs in 2023, with additional 25,000 jobs supported from the indirect and induced impacts of visitor activity. The total job impact recovered to 90,923 people in 2023, supporting 1 in 22 jobs in Kansas. Whereas the city of Leavenworth realized approximately $12.2 million from overnight visitor expenditures in 2024, per the Smith Travel Research Report, validating the unique significance of the travel and tourism industry in the lives of the citizens of Leavenworth. Whew. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, hereby proclaim May 4th through 10th as National Travel and Tourism Week. Whew, you're trying to stump me with all those numbers.
I know.
Yes, thank you very much, Commissioners and Madam Mayor, for the proclamation and that. So I just wanted to, tourism does really support our local economy and our local businesses and that. And we're just really looking forward to continuing to showcase Leavenworth to the world. And if you'd like to join us on May 7th down at the Farmers Market, we'll have our booth handing out a lot of tchotchkes and our visitor's guidebook and that, and just trying to make a point of welcoming people during National Travel and Tourism Week. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. This is the last one. Save the best for last. Come on up, Jennifer. All right. It is National Child Care Provider Appreciation Day. Let you know how much we appreciate you. Thank you. Whereas 23,000 child care professionals work in Kansas in approximately 4,500 licensed facilities, providing a safe, nurturing place for the enrichment and development of Kansas children, and is a vital force in our economy. And whereas child care providers are indispensable for well-being, development, and economic security of Kansas young children, families, and communities. And whereas child care has been a lifeline for families, communities, and the economy, providing much-needed financial support to providers to sustain the viability of child care statewide. And whereas Kansas Children's Cabinet grant programs and other support community-based teams, including early childhood providers and champions, employers, and economic development leaders in an effort to create affordable and accessible child care slots in their communities. And whereas the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, child care licensing programs, and other organizations nationwide are recognizing child care providers on this day. Now, therefore, I, Holly Pittman, Mayor of the City of Leavenworth, hereby proclaim May 9th as National Child Care Provider Appreciation Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We really appreciate the opportunity to come in front of you and accept this proclamation. Abundant Hearts Daycares is who I'm representing, and we have been in business in Leavenworth for 18 years. We have served 3,648 families as of last week. So many of those families have stayed with us from infancy to the age of 13 when they age out and get a stay at home. So we are really looking forward to continuing to provide care and early education to the whole county. As a matter of fact, we have 3 centers in Leavenworth and Lansing as well.
So all your babies are graduating this year.
They are, and it's awful. So bittersweet. So
Thank you.
thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
One round of applause. That's a record.
Okay. All right. right, let's begin with old business. Consideration of the minutes from the April 8th regular meeting. I just need a motion.
So move.
Second.
All right, motion's been made. We'll begin voting with Commissioner Hengela.
Aye.
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 All right, motion passes. All right, new business. First up is public comment. Public comment is limited to 3 minutes per speaker. In the interest of time, we do ask that groups wishing to speak limit their public comment to one presenter. This is an opportunity for the City Commission to hear your thoughts of the public prior to conducting official city business. The mayor, city commissioners, and the city staff have been asked not to respond to those giving public comment, and action may or may not be taken by the commission on public comment items. The mayor may direct staff to follow up with the specific individuals after the meeting. When speaking, please state your name and your address. A sign-up sheet has been provided. Sarah, has anyone signed up tonight?
Yes, we have 2 tonight. First up is Harold Peterson.
All right. You got the timer? All right. Hi, Harold.
Hello, my name is Harold Peterson. I'm a combat veteran. I live at 1001 10th Avenue here in Leavenworth, Kansas. What I am bringing up is a very important and very serious in that matter. A couple months ago, and that my Social Security and that was canceled, thanks to Doge and basically in that Elon Musk's program. I had to go and that to Lawrence first to try and find out why in that my Social Security in that I was listed as being deceased. Upon which in that I showed all the evidence showing I was alive, and upon which I also found out that my date of birth was changed from April 6th to April 6th, 1758, which meant I was over.
You're old.
Yeah, I was very old. I had to get, because they couldn't handle it there because Doge had basically fired the people and that technical people at the time, and I had to go to Lenexa. Upon which, and that when I went to Lenexa and showed all the documents, there was only 4 people in that at the time that could handle the case. Upon which, and that I had to basically tell them and that that I needed to get it taken care of right away because I was about to lose my VA benefits too, my disability with the VA. They said we'll take care of it and that as soon as possible. But I said, how long? And they said probably in that a few. I said no. I already talked to an attorney in Kansas City, and I told them if they did not get it taken care of immediately, I would basically, and that's sue Elon Musk and Doge. They said, don't do that, we'll get on it right away. The problem is I wasn't the only one that was hit with this. When I went to Lawrence, there was probably in that several hundred people there under the same situation I was. Upon which in that right now, okay, people are going to need help. Basically in that from churches and from other community outreach to make sure they can, oh, I'm sorry.
You're okay. You can finish your
Go ahead and
sentence.
finish.
Okay. To be able to get to these offices. If the community does not react now, especially in that when more cuts are coming in May, there's going to be people in that living underneath bridges and by the riverside. We need to outreach in that all aspects, churches, community outreach people to make sure these people are taken care of.
Thank you.
Because if it doesn't, there's going to be dire consequences.
Thank you for sharing your story, Harold.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and letting us know.
Next up is William Rogers.
William Rogers, Kansas City, Kansas. I want to thank the mayor and commission for allowing me to speak one more time. This will probably be my last time, hopefully. First off, tonight, I want to speak to the people of Leavenworth, the citizens, and tell them a little bit about me. My name is William Rogers, born and raised in Wyandotte County. My wife was raised in Leavenworth County. My son graduated from a Leavenworth County school and went to work for your public safety for several years before he moved on to a bigger department. My daughter lived on the base in Leavenworth for quite a number of years and ultimately bought a house here, so we do have ties to Leavenworth. I want to kind of go into, recently Misty Mackey, the warden, was quoted or had a deal in the paper that the people that are in opposition of Core Civic are mainly outsiders and from this community, and she asked that they resist our intrusion. And you know, I want to say this, maybe Misty Mackey didn't quite understand the name of the facility. It's called the Midwest Regional Reception Center, which means it will encompass people's lives from all over the Midwest. I think Misty Mackey is an outsider as well as Core Civic, a corporation coming in and telling you what to do. And I also think the citizens of Leavenworth need to understand that this lawsuit can end as soon as Core Civic decides to follow the local ordinances as any other business would and file for an SUP. It was not the elected officials that brought this amongst this to the city. It was Core Civic. I also want to talk about in March 25th, the Core Civic sent you guys an email talking about the great things they were going to do for you guys. They listed they would use local contractors and local labor for any upgrades to the facility. After I did a few open records requests, we found out that the $1,145,600 project going on the roof was a contractor out of Texas, and then he subcontracted it to another contractor out of Texas. On Friday, a team was sent up there and checked the documents, and over half the employees working on that roof were undocumented. So I think that's interesting that Core Civic is literally trying to get you guys to be their friend, and at the same time, they're pulling these stunts. I mean, if that don't speak to what they're going to do for the community. I also want to say that if there's any groups in Leavenworth, churches, neighborhood groups, reach out to me. We'll come out, we'll bring you documentation. I know at Core Civic's running a lot of ads right now, and that's great, but we're the ones that will come out and we will bring you the documentation to show you what Core Civic is truly about. So I want to thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else? That's it? Nope. All right. All right, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and, we need to open the public hearing, correct, for the unsafe and dangerous fire damage structures at 224 Miami, 1425 Grand, and 1933 Miami Street. All right, so I just need a motion to open public hearing.
I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All right, we'll begin voting with Mayor Pro Tem.
Aye.
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 All right, the hearing is open. At this point, we need to review the properties.
Good evening, Madam Mayor,
Good evening.
Commissioners. So as you know, there's 3 structures that are on the list. Figured we'd go through them one at a time.
Okay.
I do know there are some owners here that would probably want to address these as well. We'll start with 224 Miami Street. I did recently speak with Mr. Culbertson, the owner. I believe that he has a contractor selected, but we have not had any permit applications submitted yet at this time.
Mr. Culberson?
Yes, ma'am. Can I correct?
Yeah, sure.
Papers first?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. So I had State Farm as my insurance company.
Thank you.
I just got settled with them a couple weeks ago.
Thank you.
6 months behind, they had to hire independent contractor underwriters to get caught up. They said they had like 250,000 claims that last storm we had last fall. So anyway, I finally just got settled up with State Farm 2 weeks ago. So these are pictures of houses, because I know you
These are
probably
ones
just
you've
can't
done
take
in the
my word
past?
for it. These are other houses
Okay,
that I
that's like-
did.
okay.
So what they looked like before I got them, when I got them, and then when I got done with them. These are actually like the first 6. I couldn't find my later ones, but these were quite a while ago. But anyway, just to vouch for, I guarantee this house will be fixed up, and ready to move into in a couple months. Probably take about 90 days, I would say. And the dumpsters got delivered. I don't know how you've been by there lately, but the dumpsters are there now for cleaning stuff out. So I'd say about 90 days, it'll probably be ready to go.
All right, thank you. Do we just go through each one by one?
I thought that would be the
Okay.
easiest.
All right.
And then we can.
Does the commission have
You
any
should
questions?
also ask if there's anybody else on every item.
Yeah.
If there's anybody else in the public that wants to
Okay.
speak.
On 22,
I mean, it depends on how you want, if you want
Okay.
to go through them one by one, then you
Let's-
should have anybody who wants to speak on that item.
let's do that. Are you guys
Do that
comfortable with that?
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So anybody in the community want to speak on 224 Miami besides Mr. Culberson?
Okay.
Do you have questions? The commission have questions of Mr. Culberson while he's here?
I can't see the picture of it, but how much, should have driven by there, but I can't drive right now.
How damaged is the house?
How damaged is it, and how long is it gonna take to repair it?
I'd say about 90 days, we'll probably have it finished. The back, it's an old shotgun house, and so you know how they always added the kitchen and the bathroom on the back of the house? The kitchen and the bathroom are completely gone. The rest of the house is just smoke damage. So we'll basically tear the back kitchen and bathroom off and rebuild that.
Sorry.
Joe, it's in here,
Right
sorry.
here.
But you said
I'm sorry, I apologize.
permits, you said, has there been no
We
permits
haven't
for?
received any applications for this one yet.
Okay.
We got
Yeah,
it,
and-
okay. I
And
got
they'll
it.
probably get the
I
permits.
apologize.
Yeah, and there'll be several permits through the deal since it's gonna be replacing the kitchen and bathroom, so there'll be all the permits, plumbing, wiring, framing, everything. They'll probably start that in the next week or two. Like I said, the dumpsters got delivered a couple days ago, so they're getting rid of all the bad stuff first. That'll take a couple weeks, and then they'll get the permits going.
Good, yeah. I don't have
Okay
any
with 90?
questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Questions, comments? Yeah.
Okay. 1425 grand?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
1425 Grand Avenue, I've spoken with the owner as well. In fact, I think I spoke with her this morning. She may be here as well. Similar issue, they have not applied for a permit yet at this point. So I don't really have a time frame on that project yet.
Okay. Anybody from 1425? Hi.
And it was
Hi.
damaged.
Welcome.
So as of today, we do have a contractor.
Miss, could you please state your name?
I'm sorry, Marissa Magana. But as of today, we do have a contractor. Funds that are in the process of being dispersed to them. And then it's going to be a tear down and a rebuild.
Completely torn down?
Yes, that is the plan.
When do you expect to have that done?
I'm not sure. We have to meet with the architect.
An architect? Oh, to build the new
Build a
one?
new one.
Yes.
But for the tear down, I mean, are we concerned with that, with the building the new one? We're concerned with the tear down, right? For this?
Well, it depends on the scope. I mean, if they're saving the foundation, I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Demolition permits are issued through the planning and zoning department if it goes to the extreme that they remove the entire structure. If they're saving the foundation, we would just treat it as just a building permit application again.
Okay.
And I know normally we try to keep them all grouped within the same timeline. So 90 days, what do you think you'll be able to have accomplished within the 90-day period?
I'm hoping torn down and everything getting ready to go up.
At least tore down?
At least
Yeah.
torn down, right?
Remember what, what you're doing tonight is you are accepting the recommendation that these are dangerous structures. And
Yeah.
you're passing
Yeah.
a resolution directing that the properties shall be made safe and secure and no longer dangerous within a specified period of time. That could be demolition. If demolition at that point, then you would no longer have an unsafe or dangerous
Right.
structure.
That's where I was
So what
going.
you're doing is you're providing the timeline by which either the premises, in whatever way it is, must be made safe
Yeah.
and not dangerous. And if it is not done within the timeline you provide, then you are authorizing city staff to go ahead and administratively handle it the best way that they would see fit, whether that be to grant any extensions that they might want to do, commence demolition procedures on their own, et cetera, without having to always come back to the governing body every time. But this is essentially you guys acknowledging these are dangerous structures, setting a reasonable time within which they must be made safe and secure. Again, that can be done in any number of ways, and it is not done by that time period, authorizing staff to take such direct steps as they need to do to make the premises safe and secure, which depending on the structure could be anything from demolition to boarding it up to, I mean, those are generally, the city does not generally get involved in installing windows or things like that or rehabbing properties.
No, but demolition can probably be done within 3 months, right? I mean, you wouldn't have to extend it for 90, three months, 90 days, yeah, 90 days.
Yes, if they're looking to save portions of the house and then they're waiting on, you know, architectural drawings or whatever, or partial demolition, then maybe it could take longer.
My point being is you don't necessarily need to make that judgment call on what it takes
We
to
just
make
need
the
time.
property safe and
Correct,
secure.
Oh, okay.
You
I thought
provide,
we were-
you provide the reasonable time period for making it safe and making it safe and not dangerous.
To be, that determination is made by city staff. And so.
Oh, got it, okay.
Depending on the property, we can make that determination on if they've made it safe or not. But if they haven't made it by that time frame, you're authorizing staff.
To do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
What do we typically, this is the first time I've had this in front of me. I mean, I've never,
Well, in the
do we
past,
do usually 90 days?
It's a little different than,
typically, we've done 90 days. I
Yeah.
would say, with her plans, I can't imagine 90 days is going to be enough in the case of 1425 Grand Avenue.
but we're just talking about the demolition here, right?
Just
trying to make it safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
Just making it safe, so if she's saying they're gonna do a demolition, then.
Well, if they do a complete demolition, then I would agree, yes, because we could close the demolition, then start a whole new process with the building
'Cause
permit that,
They can't build a house, I can't imagine, in 90 days, but we
Right,
could do
but
the
build, like building
demolition.
the house in that case wouldn't come to you, that would just go through the standard building
Right.
permit process.
Right, okay,
Okay,
all right.
thank you. Are you have questions?
So are we agreeing to 90 days?
I'm,
Or what's the time period that we're agreeing to?
That's,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking
Well,
the commission.
we do, this is a public
Yeah.
hearing, we do that afterwards, so we'll discuss it after.
Timeline?
you can
Okay,
do that too.
We still have a third property.
okay,
Right.
all right.
Yeah,
okay.
So I need to stay until the end and you'll give me it?
Yes,
well,
ma'am.
we're gonna make a decision afterwards, so if you wanna
After the
stay
next
for a few
one.
minutes, just gonna be a few
Okay,
minutes.
all right,
yeah.
thank you.
Anybody else want to speak about 1425 Grand Avenue? Okay. Next up is 1933 Miami Street.
a quick update, 1933 Miami, when I wrote this, they had not had a permit either, but we did issue a permit last Friday.
And what was the permit?
It's a permit for repairs of the
Oh,
structure.
okay.
So,
Anybody want to speak on that tonight? Okay. So with no further questions from the commission or no one else?
last thing I'd like to,
Okay.
when I wrote this, I was suggesting 30 days because we hadn't really had great communication with anyone at the time. As the policy report says, 90 days, staff is, I'm more than comfortable with 90 days as well. So you can ignore my 30-day comment towards the bottom.
Okay, so you're comfortable with 90 days on each one of these, basically?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, that's all we need to know.
They should be either closed or demolished by that point.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Well, then I'll take them, if we don't have any further comments or anyone from the audience on the hearing, we'll go ahead and take a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we'll begin voting with Commissioner Hingla.
Aye.
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 All right, the public hearing is closed. So now we need to consider resolution B 2390, oh wait. Yeah, 95 demolition or extension to repair. So am I hearing consensus to 90 days to each one? Or do we have to take each?
Does the resolution have a date set on it?
Pull it up here.
So it's 90 days from publication, so I think when I looked at it today, it's sometime in
You had it
Well, yeah,
set
your
on June
resolution
10th.
says 30 days, so.
Yeah, that's what he
That's what
said,
he was
ignore
saying,
that.
90.
So you could do the resolution as in staff and change it to 90 days from
Okay.
30. And you also do not, we've talked about this a little bit, you do not necessarily have, there's language in this resolution that you will review on June 10th, 2025. You don't necessarily need to have that review because you're taking all the steps necessary to authorize staff.
Okay.
But if you're in your practice, you like these to come back, then you can. We just need to fix a different date than June 10th, at which you'll be provided an update on where things are at.
If you will recall, a few weeks ago, we discussed this with you all and got a general consensus that you're okay handing it over to staff once it gets to the administrative point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be that point that we've discussed, is once it gets past their due date.
And so it wouldn't need to come back to us for another purpose?
It would
Okay,
not
yeah,
need to.
I'm okay with that.
So
It
we,
would not need to come back to us.
Wouldn't need to.
It
The
would not. Oh,
the
it-
actions you are taking tonight would authorize city staff, if things are not done by 90 days, they take whatever actions they need to do.
okay, I'll
And
do
just to be
that.
clear, June 10th is not the 90 days, it's the
Right.
30 days. So it would be
May.
90 days from publication, and publication would be this coming Saturday. So we're looking at sometime basically end of July into the beginning of August.
Okay.
So from a weather perspective as
Okay.
well.
So, like, it's section 1, paragraph 2, I would frankly recommend that sentence read, "The following properties are hereby given 90 days from the date of publication of this resolution in order to make the properties safe and secure."
Where are you, where are you, where are you reading that from?
Section 1
Oh,
of the
okay.
resolution, second paragraph.
Second paragraph, okay.
The following properties are hereby given 90 days
Got it.
from the date of publication of this resolution in order to make the properties safe and secure.
All right.
Okay, so I move we approve resolution. This is so backwards.
2395.
2395. Giving an extension for repair or removal, at which time the governing body will review at the regular meeting to be held on.
We don't have to be held on it.
Just
because-
looking at
To
changing.
to
Yeah.
avoid
Give it to
confusion,
staff.
can I recommend a motion to approve resolution B
Yes.
2395, subject to the city attorney's?
Yeah, or something like as, with the language suggested by the city attorney.
Right.
Yes.
So move what he just said, yeah.
But you're gonna have to do it. Say it again.
No.
You got this, Nancy. You got this.
Commissioner Wilson
We should
just
have a
said
resolution
Okay.
here
So-
before we come in here, so we don't have to go through all this. Okay, I move we approve resolution B 2395.
I got you, Nancy.
Go ahead. What's
So
the
moved.
Wilson
So moved.
did make the motion.
Yeah, I got
You
you, I
did?
got you,
Okay,
I got you, I
second.
got you. You're good,
That's
you're
all.
good, I got
We're
you.
done.
Yep, so moved. Yeah.
You didn't have to name
See,
the,
you can
name
just-
the
you can
properties?
He
The
mentioned it.
resolution is already in the
Yeah.
packet, and so the property's already named in the resolution.
All
You can
right,
just second it if you want.
second.
Okay.
All right, we're
All
good.
right, well,
We're
and
done.
then we'll begin voting with you. You can get done with this.
Aye.
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 Jeez.
Aye.
All right,
We don't
motion
do
carries.
this again.
We did it. Thank you so much. All right.
Go back to the other way of doing this. This is not good.
Next up is approval of resolution 2397 and the KDOT agreement. Is staff coming up or? No?
Oh, we are the next one, we're the community development block grant.
Oh, sorry, I skipped over you. Resolution B 2396, Community Development Block Grant Annual Action Plan.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Sorry, we got a little flustered up here, but we
Yeah.
are back.
Okay.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I have with me Bradley Brandon, our Community Development Coordinator.
Hi, Bradley.
Hello.
And we present to you tonight a resolution for you all to authorize submittal of our Community Development Block Grant Annual Action Plan. So this is a yearly update essentially to the programs that we're working on. It doesn't change very much year to year because we are on our fourth year of a larger 5-year plan. That plan will be updated in 2027. So for the current year, you'll notice that the programs are still very similar to what they were last year. I'll give you a quick update on what we do have for this year. So there's an administration portion, which pays for staff time and administration of the program. We have our public service agencies, so we just met with the Community Development Board last month, or earlier this month actually, to officially approve those funding awards. We do have Catholic Charities, Alliance Against Family Violence, Leavenworth Mission, Leavenworth Interfaith Shelter of Hope, and CASA. And then we have our home repair program, which is our largest funded program at $93,000. We target, I believe, 11 homes to assist with that annually. We have our home ownership program, which helps with down payment assistance for home buyers. And I believe we, in for 5 of those this year. And then we also have money allocated for demolitions and infrastructure costs. So Brad is working on doing some sidewalk projects to spend some of that infrastructure money, and demolition projects as well, which take a little bit longer, but are more expensive than some of the other programs. We did hold 2 public hearings for open public comment, one on February 10th, one on April 14th. And we did receive 1 comment from the gentleman who is here tonight related to Social Security accessibility. Other than that, we have not received any comment, but the plan has been available here in City Hall, as well as publicly at the library and on our website. And we have had notices published to let people know about that availability as well. So that is all I have for you.
Has Brad appeared before the commission before?
This is his first time.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Brad, to the commission real quick?
Sure. I'm Brett. I started February 27th. I came over from the code enforcement, it's the same office. I kind of worked with the previous one a little bit, so I knew a little bit about the program. While I was working at code enforcement, I went ahead and I got a bachelor's degree using the GI Bill, so that made me eligible for this new position. And we're hitting the ground running as hard as we can, but there is a learning curve when dealing with federal money and HUD, so we're doing pretty good though. We're catching on fast.
Good, well, welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Brad is Julie McKeel's position, and then as he mentioned, was an internal promotion, so.
Okay.
Good, that's
Good.
good.
Thanks for your service.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does the commission have any questions?
No, man.
No, you guys do great work.
So we just need a motion to approve your action plan, correct?
Yeah, Madam Mayor, I move to adopt the attached resolution adopting and authorizing the submission of the 2025-2026 annual action plan to HUD.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded, and voting with Commissioner Hengler.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you.
Thank
Motion
you,
passes.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, now we can consider approval of resolution B 2397 and KDOT agreement. Hello? I just got a thing today about speed bumps.
We installed a couple of.
Did you? Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Commissioners. The item this evening is for approval of Resolution 2397, along with authorizing the mayor to sign Agreement 904-24 with KDOT for traffic signal upgrades and a turn lane construction at 10th and Lemon Street. The city was awarded funding under the Highway Safety Improvement Program to make safety improvements at this high crash intersection. The grant is for up to $1 million, and that would cover 90% of the total actual cost of construction and construction engineering. The city is responsible for 10% of those costs and 100% of anything that goes over that. The city is also responsible for 100% of the engineering costs for the design, for acquisition of right-of-way, and for utility adjustments. The safety improvements include a dedicated southbound right turn lane, new traffic signals, and upgraded ADA crossings. The city needs to approve Resolution B 2397 and Agreement 904-24 from KDOT for this funding. The latest cost estimate from our consultant was between 1.2 and 1.3 million for total construction. Construction engineering would be on top of that, and that would run an additional roughly 150 to 190. Staff recommends the City Commission approve Resolution B 2397 and authorize the mayor to sign the KDOT Agreement 904-24 for the 10th and Lemon Intersection Improvement Project. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Pretty cut and dry.
I'm excited about this. When we start this project?
Well, right now, we have one more property to acquire on the northwest corner. We're working with the church out of Utah on that. But we're tentatively scheduled to bid it in September of 2025. That could change a month or two based on that right-of-way acquisition. But the construction would start in earnest in the spring of 26.
So hopefully not when school's in session, more of the summer.
Our public works, we try to do it when the school's in session, we mess up.
I know.
Let them know we working.
I know, I'm gonna be transitioning, so she'll be at the high school, so I'll miss miss it, darn it. I won't get to enjoy the new light every morning. The backup, way back. Okay, does the commission have any questions?
No.
No, ma'am.
All right, well then I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve Resolution B 2397 and the KDOT Agreement 904-24 for the 10th and Limit Intersection Project.
Second.
All right. Begin voting with Mayor Pro Tem.
You can just call me Nancy. Hi.
Trying to be official.
I know. It's a long word.
It is a long word. But you can vote.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
We're in kind of crazy mood today.
Yeah.
Commission. All right, thank you so much. All right, next up, consent agenda. Commissioner Martin's not here, so.
I got you.
Well, I think
you
Commissioner
got it?
Evo's going to do it.
Okay, all right.
He's been practicing.
I have. I move that we approve claims for April 4th, 2025 through April 17th, 2025 in the amount of $1,041,871.18. Net amount for payroll number 7 effective April 4th, 2025 in the amount of $418,615.69. No police or fire pension.
Second.
All right. Begin voting with, Nancy.
Aye.
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 All right.
What is that mean?
I know, right? Okay, Scott, do you have anything for us today?
Just a reminder that Mayor Pittman and I are traveling to Washington this weekend, starting on Sunday. We will return Wednesday. We've got some exciting meetings set up. Struggle with a couple with the turmoil up there at the moment and just getting hold of people. But we'll be meeting with both representatives from both of our senators, our federal senators, Moran and Marshall. And we'll be visiting with some representatives of the Pentagon as well. So that'll be a good trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's all,
sounds
I
great.
think that's all I have. See if you guys have questions.
All right.
I don't have anything except I'm looking forward to Arbor Day and Coach Mathis. He's amazing,
know.
amazing person. And
We'll have to announce that at Lions.
somebody asked me, is he still alive? And yes, he is.
Yes.
We do the memorial trees for
He's very
someone who's
much
passed
alive.
away. He is very alive.
And do you know how he feels, I guess David left, about switching, I saw we're switching our tennis, because he's our tennis coach. We're switching our tennis to pickleball. See, wonder what he thinks about that.
We'll ask him at Lions.
We'll have to ask him. So. All right.
I'm glad I won't be there. Hey, just a reminder about one of the Law Day activities that are coming up. There'll be a celebration at the Justice Center, courtroom 4, at noon time until completed.
Well,
That's on-
that's a maybe, because apparently the person that they were going to honor is having surgery.
Oh,
So they might have to postpone this now, so.
in that case, it may not happen.
To be announced.
To be announced.
TBA, TBA. But it will happen.
But when it does, I hope everybody gets out there and celebrates.
And make sure
the
you invite
law.
us.
This is, after all, a nation of laws.
Yes, it is, amazingly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Wilson?
Yes, there's many great things I love about this community of Leavenworth. It is a city of a second chance, and I definitely am an individual that benefited for the second chance that was offered to me. And I just want to acknowledge Pastor John, who's actually going to be doing a job fair, is going to be in support of second chance hiring, but also for individuals who need employment. The date is going to be May 1st at the American Heritage Center.
Heritage Center. Heritage.
What'd I say?
American Heritage.
Oh, Heritage Centers, thank you. There's going to be 11 employers and 7 community resource partners, and the time is going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you need employment or you know someone else that need employment, please reach out and extend the invitation to them as well. God bless and hope you have a great week.
Definitely, I plan on stopping by that
Yeah.
day, so. Again, excited about Arbor Day celebration. There's also the First Responders Collector Show. That's this Saturday at the Community Center, as well as the Night of Hope fundraiser for the homeless shelter, so a lot going on this weekend. And then also looking forward to going to Washington DC.
Yes.
Gonna hit the Pentagon running, maybe. So with that, I just need a motion.
Yeah, I was
I mean,
saying, right to the
okay,
station.
not running like in terms of like a fast walk, but like we're there to represent Leavenworth.
Do you have a meeting set up to meet with Mr. Igzet?
No, we don't.
What did he say? We get
Oh.
leaked?
No,
We do not know,
no.
but I'll send him a signal message, see if he does that.
They never have us go that high.
Yeah, who exactly
that
are, we're
high.
meeting with the, it's like the, is it
Penny, can you help us with
Penny?
the title?
It's the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Installations, Energy, and the Environment.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So with that, I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All right. Do we get voting with Nancy?
Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson.
Gotta say
aye.
aye.
All right. We're done.